So this person decided to come for Nigerians under a post that was not attacking you. This post was not attacking anybody of any nationality, wasn't attacking any country or anybody. This was just a video of Nigerians talking about Nigeria in a positive way. And for some reason, you are triggered. Why are you triggered? Like, I don't get it. But trust Nigerians to come for this person. Trust your people now. Trust your people. Like, I always wonder why there'll be a video about a Nigerian that has just done something exceptional in like the field of engineering, medicine, mathematics, aero engineering, or something like that. And you see somebody coming under that post to come and talk about how a Nigerian scammed somebody somewhere, about how a Nigerian did this somewhere. Now, my point is, even if that truly happened and you are not lying or making up that story, why do you feel the need to come and make that under a video talking about a Nigerian who has just made a breakthrough in medicine? How is it related? Some of you just feel the need to try to taint something positive about Nigeria whenever it comes up. So now that you have come under that post to talk about how a Nigerian scam somebody somewhere, is it supposed to invalidate the achievements of that Nigerian that the post is talking about? Is it supposed to invalidate the achievements of that Nigerian in medicine, or of that Nigerian in engineering, or of that Nigerian in education? Is it supposed to invalidate or erase their achievements? It's supposed to make us forget all the other Nigerians that are doing amazingly well. Because it just always makes me laugh how whenever there's something positive about Nigeria being said, some of you always feel the need to come under that post and come and talk about something negative, even though it is not related to the post. Like, it is just the envy, it is the bitterness, it is the pettiness for me. Like, how are some people so pained just at the mention of Nigeria? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, I hope you stay and you join the family. Guys, it's been a minute. I haven't filmed this so long, and guys, it's just because life has been happening and I've just been trying to keep up. Imagine trying to keep up with your own life because a lot has been happening. So guys, I apologize, especially to all you my lovely, amazing, loyal subscribers. I love you guys so very much. I did not take you guys for granted. It is always on my mind. I have so much to work on. And another reason is because I have so much projects that I'm working on for this channel, like videos I'm working on that involve a lot of research, putting, videos, clips, a lot of things together, and it's taking a lot, and so editing is real work. So that's why. So I apologize, guys. Anyways, good to see you guys again. So guys, it's crazy to me because how do you explain some of the things I've been seeing recently? Like, let's talk about Tiwa Savage. Let's talk about this interview that Tiwa Savage had with Kiss Fresh. First of all, let's listen to the interview.
Would you describe Nigerians as people?
Wow, Nigerians we're hustlers. I feel like we are, I don't even know if there's a word. We're special. We make our mark anywhere. Even if you are a taxi driver, even if you're a school teacher, a doctor, whatever it is, we will be the best at that.
True.
Whatever it is we're doing.
Yeah.
I feel like we just have that grit in us, like to just make it in whatever field we are. So I think we have that quality.
I just love it where something insane has been invented and it'll be in like some Czechoslovakia or something. And it's a Nigerian. We are everywhere.
Everywhere.
All over the world.
There's a Nigeria shan everywhere.
Oh, period.
So in this interview, the interviewer is asking Tiwa Savage, what can you say about Nigerians as a people? And I think she perfectly described Nigerians. Like, that Nigerians have the grit, Nigerians have the hustle spirit. Nigerians will dominate and thrive in any industry they choose, whether they are going to be carpenters, whether they are going to be plumbers, whether they are going to be doctors. And this is true. And I think one of the reasons why Nigerians excel so well at what they do is because Nigerians are not easily impressed. Like, Nigerians don't celebrate mediocrity. You see some things being celebrated in especially some other African countries. These are things that Nigerians look at and be like, but again, that's because when you have over 200 million neighbors, you have to be above average. You have to be exceptional to be noticed. And so Nigerians really tend to hone their craft. So again, Nigerians have that hustle spirit. Nigerians will thrive anywhere. Nigerians will make home anywhere. Like, if Nigerians cannot make a particular place a home. Know that no other species can survive or thrive in that place. You know what I mean? And so she was right on all counts. And in the comment section, a lot of people came out to say, yeah, this is true. They like Nigerians and da da da. I'm Congolese, but she's correct. Nigerian people are the best. And to be honest, Nigerians are hustlers and talented. They are good at everything, be it fashion, comedy, acting, business, makeup, etc. So I said, you need at least one good Nigerian in your life. We are friendly, hardworking, and respect elders. We share. She's correct, 100%. That's the reason I love them. Nigerians, they're heavy on everything they're doing. Some people seem to be triggered, which is weird because this is a video, or this was an interview that was not attacking any country. It was not coming for anybody. It wasn't attacking anybody of any nationality, or it wasn't attacking any country in particular. This was a video just talking about Nigerians, right? By Nigerians in a positive way. They were not coming for anybody. They were just talking about themselves and their country. And some people are pissed off. Some people are rubbed the wrong way, guys. Let me share some of the comments. You funny. As if that's going to change anything. I said what you heard. You didn't say anything, actually. All you showed us is that you are a pained, bitter, and petty soul. And look at this one. He wants to throw up because of the chest pains he's getting at the mention of Nigerians. One, indeed, Nigerians make their marks everywhere for sure. They have left their imprints in Ghana, where numerous individuals go unaccounted for or face homicide, revealing missing body parts in some of undiscovered corpses or something. You know what is really dumb and funny at the same time about this comment is that whoever this idiot is that made this comment, it just makes me laugh. So Nigerians are the ones responsible for people going missing in your country. Do you know what I've realized these days is some people in some of these countries have now become very comfortable with taking zero responsibility and zero accountability for whatever happens in their countries, because Nigerians just seem like the easy scapegoats, the easy this thing that they can blame rather than take responsibilities and look for solutions to problems that they are causing for themselves. Just imagine. So it all still boils down to the pettiness, envy and bitterness and chest pain, because how is it even related to the video in the first place? He will be pained by the fact that they mentioned that Nigerians are making their mark everywhere, in education, innovation, in engineering, in medicine, in entertainment. No, he will not see that one. They are making their mark in some people going missing in Ghana. Just imagine. Petty, pained people. I'm sure all the people in Ghana are saints. All the Ghanaian citizens are saints that never do wrong. So if anything goes wrong in your country, it must be by Nigerian. Foolishness with a dash of bitterness, envy, and chest pain. And I'm just thinking in my head, why are you triggered? Why are you triggered by Nigerians talking about their country positively? Why are you triggered? Guys, the craziest of those comments is this particular comment. Let me share with you guys. Guys, I think people are so triggered when they hear the mention of Nigeria. They are so pissed off. They just start having chest pains when they see anything about Nigerian or Nigeria, that some even fabricate stories just to make Nigerians look bad, which is weird to me. Let me read the craziest of those comments. I'm going to put it on the screen and we are going to analyze it together. So this person said, I got robbed by two different Nigerian drivers in two different countries and two different cities. First, in Austria, Vienna, I asked a Nigerian cab driver to take me to church. He charged me 5 times more. I learned on the return trip. Because the cab company you use did not, because if you are using Bolt, Uber, InDrive, Taxify, whatever here in Nigeria, you will know how much your ride typically cost. You, on the other hand, let's talk about the fact that how did you know they were Nigerian? How did you know that this driver was Nigerian? Like, as we go on in these comments, it just becomes clearer and clearer that this guy is just a dumb person. And in trying to paint a picture, or in trying to cook up a story that makes Nigerians look bad, he actually made himself look like the dumbest person to ever exist. In New York, a Nigerian cab driver dropped me at the wrong hotel and left. Are you an imbecile? Are you a 3-year-old? This is not sounding like an adult. The way he even said he dropped me at the wrong address and left, you are sounding like a child. Because if truly you had noticed that you had the wrong address, you don't talk about challenging the driver like him dropping you at the wrong address. You make it seem like you're a child that When he got to location, he just said, get down. And then you two just went down and you're looking at him as he was going and you're telling him bye-bye. This is the dumbest part of them all. Let me read this one. On a third incident, a Nigerian cab driver dropped me at a 9/11 site in New York, where I told him I'm going to the federal building. I had to walk a couple of streets down to where I was going. This is giving imbecile. It's giving dumb. It's giving foolish, because I don't understand. He dropped you at 9/11, but you told him you're going to federal building, and you two just came down and started trekking the rest of the way. The thing is, even if this was true, which I highly doubt it is, because the probability of this happening to one person is highly unlikely, but even if it was true, did this person think about how it makes him or her look? Does it, like, the image gives, like, the kind of person it portrays you to be? Because this is giving daft, it's giving dumb, it's giving imbecility. Like, it's sad for an adult. And at the end, it says, as an African, I am disappointed or highly disappointed in our Nigerian brothers. Look at the malice. Did you see the malice? What Yorubas will call abosi. Did you see the malice in that? It's trying to sound meek, malicious. You can't even hate with your full chest. My point is that you are disappointed in your fellow, as an African, you're disappointed in your fellow Nigerians. Have you finished being disappointed in your fellow South Africans? Have you finished being disappointed in your fellow South Africans for different acts of violent atrocities that they are committing in your own country? Have you finished being disappointed in them? Like the malice, you can't even hate with your full chest. Make it make sense. In trying to make Nigerians look bad by painting this stupid story, because again, only you were meeting Nigerians in all of these places, and all of the cab drivers happened to do one thing or the other that looked like they were extorting you, and they were all Nigerians. Come on now. That was meeting only Nigerians, and please, did they have their nationality written on their forehead? Anyways, trust Nigerians to come for this person in the comment section. Like, trust Nigerians. Trust your people now. Let me read some of the comments. If I may ask, how did you know they were Nigerians? This is not to excuse or defend any bad behavior, but I have lived in SA for a long time, and most of the time, every black foreigner is referred to as a Nigerian. You people are easily agitated. Why not write this in your memoir instead of ranting on here? The moment something positive is mentioned about Nigeria, you people with your inferiority complex go on the rant. Take it up with the cab company. Absolutely no one cares. Spotty said, envy will kill you, bro. How come it's only Nigerian drivers you see on your trips abroad and have always cheated you? You lied. Why do I not believe this story? SA do this every time to undermine the Nigerian greatness. There's a reason Nigerians are the most successful immigrant group everywhere they go, and it has nothing to do with scamming, because for one scammer you encounter, there are hundreds of professional and successful Nigerians. We are not defined by the propaganda the Western media tries to use to define us in decades, and we are not responsible for your brains internalizing and accepting the propaganda. It is why the whole of Africa is still seen as a third world, because they've been able to use the media to keep the giant down, hence the rest stay down. Keep slurping the propaganda. In New York, there are designated stops for taxis and buses. Also, what address did you put on the map? Why didn't you report the taxis? I guess it's never happened. Sometimes I wonder if it is just for clout or the unnecessary hate stereotypes from people like you who focus only on the wrong things about Nigeria. I am not justifying or denying your painful experience, but do you want to tell us that you have not experienced worst dehumanizing experience from people from your own country, the so-called developed saint race you picture best in your head? Maybe it's time to also start sharing the good experience you have had encountering the good Nigerians. And I'm sorry to say, if you never had one good experience from a Nigerian, then you probably are the bigger problem. You most definitely have programmed your mind badly to never enjoy the beauty that spreads from the Nigerian people. You are South African, we don't care what you think, mate. You are disappointed at Nigerians because two Nigerians allegedly swindled you. Mind you, we are 230 million just in Nigeria alone. You don't see positives. Like, for example, we are the most successful African immigrant group in that same US. You are just focused on the two guys that allegedly swindled you, but it's as expected, you are South African. Guys, I understand that this comment I'm reading is long, but I promise you that if every one of them was not important, I won't share it. So please just be patient and go through these comments with me. We're almost done. And this person says, and how are you sure his testament is true? anything to paint Nigerians black. Only him traveled to different countries and cities on different occasions, and his Uber drivers were always Nigerian. 95% of the world's Uber drivers must be Nigerians to pull off such high probability. I beg, rest. I said, trust me, he cooked up that story. I have no reason to dispel or dispute your scam story, but if you wait enough, you might just probably learn that there's a Nigerian high up there in Austrian politics, or at the airport in Vienna, and also here in America, where I, in Nigeria, live. There are Nigerians working with Joe Biden in Washington, D.C. You can't meet just two and take them to be the standard Nigerians. I know Nigerians who were robbed in South Africa. I also know great South Africans. Gatwick Airport is owned by Nigerian. They would never see that one. What pleases me the most is the way you can sense his malicious intent in his calm demeanor. No different that saying you are one of the good ones. They are talking positive things. He purposely brought that up. It's just like me calling South Africans junkies because they love drugs, and it's even a large population that like it. The rate of single parenthood is off the charts, but you don't see us saying, oh, that southern lady must be a single mother. Don't say a lot. You've met less than 100 Nigerians in your lifetime. Shut it. The thing with you guys is that you don't like Nigerians, and that's fine. Don't just be sneaky about it. We don't like that. I can choose to say something negative about most Africans I have met as well, but I don't generalize an entire group of people because of one knobhead. I grew up in Nigeria with a lot of Ghanaians and Togolese around as well. Thuggery and prostitution was their thing then, but you don't hear me saying, oh, most Ghanaians are like that. That is stupid at best. 70% of the doctors in the US are Nigerians with masters or PhD. They always want to paint negative stories about us. SA men don't like Nigerians because SA women like Nigerian men. Okay, jealousy. Said, my uncle and I got robbed at gunpoint by 5 black South African men in Johannesburg. They stole $5,000 from us. I am Nigerian and thankful to be alive. How did you know the drivers were Nigerian? Many black people from other nationalities are claiming to be Nigerian because Nigerians are smart and very intelligent. I think the negative comment is to tarnish the image of Nigerians. Wrong. These people cook up stories too much sometimes. I agree. No offense meant. I came to South Africa for holiday and got robbed. I've seen people get robbed day in, day out. But I choose to see the positive sides of everyone. There are good and bad in every country. I have never seen a country that pocket picks as much as Brazil. Yes, Brazil. Let's learn to embrace the good sides of things. Like I said earlier, there are millions of honest, hardworking Nigerians. I was in Joburg and robbed by a South African. I traveled 5 months later and my phone was stolen in Cape Town. Long Street to be precise. South African hotel workers stole my phone charger in Cape Town. Excuse me. South Africans kill their own top music icons. Does this mean all South Africans are the same? Nah. I hope this answers your question and focus on the video. Dude, you sound very salty. You were definitely robbed by 2 different Nigerian men, but it wasn't money that they stole. They stole your women from you, which is why you are on the internet at your big age telling lies on Nigerians. South Africans and Kenyan men are always online crying about Nigerian men taking their women. Why not take advice from the Nigerian men to teach you how to treat your women better instead? I like Kenyan people though. The fact that you are a South African should make me not believe whatever you say about Nigerians, because the rate your people hate Nigerians is worrisome. You can go ahead with your warped opinions as far as you believe all Nigerians are bad people. You'll be meeting the bad ones. You get what you deserve in life. I respect South Africans and I will not risk my life traveling to South Africa. My first encounter with a white South African at Atlanta airport was a pleasant one. I got what I deserved. It's obvious what you enjoy hearing is bad stories about Nigerians. The good stories about Nigerians obviously makes you sad. Next time, before you take a taxi, ask for the person's nationality or choose a taxi driven by a white person, because 6 out of every 10 black persons you meet is likely a Nigerian. If according to your saying they died by the action of one sheep, is it not fair for them to also live by the action of the majority? The majority of Nigerians are doing great in all fields of endeavor. Anyways, this for me, this was the comments that stuck with me the most. Let me share with you guys. Okay, says It's sad how we always manage to twist a good thing and turn it into bad. It's gone from talking about this beautiful podcast and celebrating to a mini war of abuses between some members of two countries. Unnecessary, in my opinion. This clip celebrates Nigerians. Why can't we celebrate our fellow Africans as an African nation? There are good and bad people everywhere, and everyone has probably experienced something terrible, but that doesn't mean everyone from that area is bad. To that person who had a bad experience, I'm sorry for your experience. However, bringing it up here when we are celebrating Nigerians is not great, in my opinion. Just like it wouldn't have been great if South Africans were being honored. I don't know what it is, but we Africans must learn to get on with each other much better within our countries and with the continent. Up Nigerians, up Africans. Honestly, I feel like a video that is about just people talking about themselves in a positive way, that should have been a video about just a celebration of a people. You people somehow try to turn it into what it is not. It's unfortunate. The Western powers are trying to sow the seeds of discord within the continent as much as possible so that they can get our resources in factions. We too are against ourselves. Within ourselves too, we are just, is it not unfortunate? It's quite unfortunate, honestly. But anyways, as I said before, I think some of these people, as one of the commenters said, as you saw in the comments I read, I think these people just, some of them, majority have had their women stolen by Nigerian men, and they are pissed off. Because how else do you explain this type of negativity when you were not even provoked? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Guys, I saw a video by Drew Brinsky. He's an American YouTuber. If you know him, his aim was to travel to all the countries of the world, and he has traveled to all the countries, including Nigeria. He was in Lagos, Nigeria, and he made a list of his top 10 countries with the highest traffic in the world, top 6 countries with the highest traffic in the world. Nigeria did not make that list, and Nigerians were in the comment section like, "Oh, how did Lagos not make this list? Because Lagos has bad traffic and all of that." And me too, I was wondering, for Lagos to make the list. But again, if you've not been to another place, you would think your country has it the worst. Until you've been to other places, that's when you will know that your country does not have it the worst. So anyway, Nigeria did not make the list, and Nigerians were in the comment section like, "Oh, I'm surprised Nigeria did not make the list though, because Lagos traffic is bad." People were triggered again in the comment section. Some people came under the comments and were like, how can people have traffic? Do people have roads? Is it not people that have roads for past that be having traffic? It's that people are so triggered about anything that has to do with Nigeria that they are even losing their sense and powers of reason. Anyway, some people were in the comments and they were like, do Nigerians fly? Because we've not seen them flying yet. So how do they go around? Do they have private helicopters, private jets, or whatever? It's just crazy how people get triggered. Do people have roads? Honestly, some people try to claim it's because people are this. It's because they are bad. It's because all of them are scammers. No. I think the real reason is either some of you have had your women stolen, or you are just intimidated by the force, by the sheer energy that are these people, that when you see them, you always feel like if you don't move away from that energy that they are radiating, you'll be crushed by it, and it intimidates you, and you just start to develop chest pain whenever you hear the mention of Nigerians. It's unfortunate, honestly, because I think the craziest part about this is that Nigerians are some of the most hospitable people in the world. They are some of the most friendly people, and I don't think, even at this time, despite all of the xenophobic attacks that happened in South Africa against Nigerians, and that still continues to happen, I don't think Nigerians would treat a South African badly if they were to visit Nigeria. That is just the craziest part, I feel like, obviously, this does not represent the opinions of most South Africans, or at least the opinion of some South Africans, because some South Africans have genuinely expressed love for Nigeria and Nigerians, but it's just like, I find it funny when I see some South Africans trying to like put themselves on one moral high ground, trying to put themselves on a pedestal, like Nigerians, if not for Nigerians, their country will be crime free. If not for Nigerians, their country will not even, they try to form what they are like. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh because this is a country that ranks the highest, number one actually, for the country with the highest crime rates on the continent. It also ranks the highest for the country with the highest level of violent crime on the continent, with 60 million population. Within this your 60 million population, few thousands of them are Nigerians. You have Ethiopia with over 100 million population. They are not ranking number one. Of course, Nigeria had over 200 million. They are not ranking number one. You have 60 million and you are ranking number one. Does that not mean you need to look inwards? Because if Nigerians in your country were the cause of it, then Nigeria should rank number one. At least that is the place with the highest number of Nigerians, right? So if the few ones in your country are the ones, then the country with the highest number of Nigerians should have the highest number, not your country. We are talking about a country where people, Nigerians themselves, have experienced being robbed. I know people who have experienced being robbed in broad daylight. Extreme levels of crime. These are things that will not even happen in Nigeria in broad daylight, that go on in South Africa. And then you have people coming and trying to claim what is not, trying to put themselves on one high ground, talking about how we need to chase away the drug dealers in our country, the Nigerians. Like, it's just funny how, because of parents of Nigerians, people are now taking zero accountability and sense of responsibility. For some people, that people are the one causing. Like, it's crazy to me. We all know that some of the main causes for this is just envy. It's envy for how Nigerians have the audacity to come to your country and do exceptionally well and take over businesses that people have been struggling to get up. Nigerians get there and then the businesses just start to fly. You people cannot understand how these people have the audacity to be able to do these things, to be able to become larger than life in places that is not even home for them. I know that you guys cannot understand this. You don't get it. But I don't think xenophobia and envy is the way to go. Like, because this movement is here to stay. This movement is here to stay. And nothing will change it, because the only thing that can change it is if Nigerians stop becoming who they are, and Nigerians will not stop becoming who they are. So is either you get to the program or you continue to have chest pains, and from there you start to develop different health conditions, you know, associated with envy and bitterness, like blood pressure, hypertension, that. So my advice is just get with the program so that you don't start developing chest pains unnecessarily. You know. Nigerians just want to live and let live, honestly. Majority of Nigerians they don't care, honestly. You see these chest pains, it can lead to other conditions though. It really can lead to other conditions. So my advice for you, let go of, well, in fact, don't let go. Don't let go. You know, there was this post I saw, this very amazing video. It said, if you don't have enemies, then you really have not done much in the world. Let me play the clip for you guys.
And a dangerous game, I think, to make enemies left, right, and center.
Not if one is comfortable with having enemies.
Are you?
Oh, yes. Inspired by the words of the Chartist poet Charles Mackay. You have no enemies, you say. Alas, my friend, the boast is poor. He who is mingled in the fray of duty that the brave endure must have made foes. If you have none, small is the work that you have done. You've hit no traitor on the hip. You've dashed no cup from perjured lip. You've never turned the wrong to right. You've been a coward in the fight.
Yeah. So anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do not forget to like the video, and of course do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.